Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay and with me is Ramya with the Midday News. The headlines. India registers its best ever performance with 19 medals including 5 gold and 8 silver in the Tokyo Paralympics. Krishna Nagar wins gold and Suhash Yathiraj silver medal in badminton on closing day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lauds victory of Krishna Nagar and Suhash Yathiraj. President Ramnath Kovind says education must inculcate constitutional values, felicitates 44 teachers with the national awards virtually on Teachers' Day. Over 68 crore 46 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses administered in the country so far. National recovery rate stands at 97.42%. In Kerala, 12-year-old boy dies of Nipah infection. Expert team from Centre for Disease Control to reach Kozhikode today. In Uttar Pradesh, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath starts statewide sanitation and cleanliness campaign to contain spread of communicable diseases. In Afghanistan, conflicting report emerge over fighting in Panjshir Valley. Iranian president says Iran is ready to hold talks with world powers to revive its 215 nuclear accord. And in cricket, India to resume second innings at 270 for 3 on day 4 against England in the 4th test at the Oval. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is underway, we advise our young listeners to get vaccinated and also help others get vaccinated. We also advise the listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075. And now the news in detail. At Tokyo Paralympics, in its best ever performance, India bagged 19 medals with 5 gold, 8 silver and 6 bronze. Indians finished 24th in the medal tally. On the concluding day today, Indian shuttler Krishna Nagar won the gold medal in the men's singles S86 category. He defeated Chu Man Kai of Hong Kong 21-17, 16-21, 21-17. Noida District Magistrate and Para Badminton player Suhash L. Yathiraj bagged the silver medal. He lost to Lucas Mazur of France in the final of the men's singles event this morning. Lucas won by 15-21, 21-17, 21-15. However, Pramod Bhagat and Palak Kohli lost the bronze medal match in mixed doubles. Japan's Daisuke Fujihara and Akiko Sugino defeated the Indian pair in a close fight by 21-23, 19-21 to finish on the podium at 3rd place. President, Vice President and Prime Minister have congratulated Krishna Nagar and Suhash Yathiraj on winning gold and silver medals. In his message, President Ramnath Kovind said, strong and determined Krishna Nagar proved his mettle by winning the gold medal in badminton and keeping the tricolour high. He said his excellence is commendable and many Indians will be inspired by him. In a tweet, President said Suhash Yathiraj gave a tough fight to world number 1 and won a silver medal in badminton. The President said his dedication in pursuing sports while discharging duties as a civil servant is exceptional. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has congratulated IAS officer Suhash Yathiraj on winning the silver medal in Tokyo Paralympics. Mr. Naidu said Suhash Yathiraj has inspired many with his on-court performances as a shuttler and off-court conduct as an able civil servant. In a tweet, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said he is happy to see Indian badminton players excel at the Tokyo Paralympics. He added that the outstanding feat of Krishna Nagar has brought smiles on the faces of every Indian. The Prime Minister wished him the very best for his endeavours ahead. In another tweet, Mr. Modi termed Suhash Yathiraj's victory as a fantastic conference of service and sports. He said Suhash Yathiraj has captured the imagination of the entire nation thanks to his exceptional sporting performance. Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke to Paralympic medal winners Krishna Nagar and Suhash Yathiraj. Mr. Modi called Krishna Nagar and congratulated him on winning the prestigious gold medal. He lauded Krishna's efforts and determination. The Prime Minister spoke to silver medal winner Suhash Yathiraj and congratulated him. He said the nation is proud of Suhash's achievements. Suhash thanked the Prime Minister and said that he remembers the interaction they had after the Asian Games where Prime Minister had motivated the athletes.
आपने सर एक बात कही थी जब हम लोग सर जकार्ता में मुझे ब्रॉन्ज मिली थी सर एशियन पैरा गेम्स में हम लोगों को आपने बुलाया था तो आपने कहा था आपने ऑलरेडी जिंदगी में आप जीत लिए तो ये तो आप जीत ही लोगे। वो सर हमेशा मुझे याद रहती है कि जब आपने इतनी इंस्पायरिंग वर्ड्स कही थी सर तो आज मुझे विश्वास नहीं हो रहा है सर कि मैं भारत के माननीय प्रधानमंत्री से बात कर रहा हूँ। मुझे बहुत ही गर्व महसूस हो रहा है सर कि बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है।
Congratulating both the gold and silver medalists, Sports Minister Mr. Anurag Singh Thakur said, "It is a proud moment for us that we had sent a contingent of 19 participants in 2016 and today we got 19 medals."
My heartfelt congratulations for both the medalists winning a gold and a silver medal for us. If you compare it with the 2016 19-member contingent, today we have won 19 Olympic Paralympic medals. It clearly showcases India has done well. Our medal has increased say about 5 times. It's a big achievement. A big congratulations to all the athletes.
Shooter Avni Lekhra will be India's flag bearer at the closing ceremony of Tokyo Paralympics today. Lekhra has become the first Indian woman to win 2 medals in the same Paralympics, in addition to being the first Indian woman to win gold at the Games. The 19-year-old has won gold in the 10-meter air rifle and bronze in 50-meter rifle, 3rd position. Indian Paralympic athletes have made the nation proud with their rich haul of medals at the Tokyo Games. India had sent 54 athletes to compete in 9 sports, including archery, athletics, badminton, swimming, weightlifting, among others. Paralympic silver medal winner Mariappan arrived to a rousing welcome at the Chennai airport this morning. The 2-time medal winner told newsmen that he had missed the gold because of the rainy weather during the game, but assured a gold medal next time. He thanked the government for extending help in nurturing his talents. Mariappan was the first Paralympic gold medal winner in the Paralympics in 2016.
President Ramnath Kovind today urged teachers to keep in mind that every student has different abilities, different talents, different psychology, different social background and environment. He said therefore the emphasis should be on all-round development of each child according to his special needs, interests and abilities.
शिक्षकों को इस बात का विशेष ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि प्रत्येक विद्यार्थी की क्षमता अलग होती है, उनकी प्रतिभा अलग होती है, मनोविज्ञान अलग होता है, सामाजिक पृष्ठभूमि व परिवेश भी अलग अलग होता है। इसलिए हर एक बच्चे की विशेष जरूरतों, रुचियों और क्षमताओं के अनुसार उसके सर्वांगीण विकास पर बल देना चाहिए। किसी भी समाज में निहित प्रतिभा के संयोजन की प्राथमिक जिम्मेदारी शिक्षकों की ही होती है। एक अच्छा शिक्षक व्यक्तित्व निर्माता है, समाज निर्माता है और राष्ट्र निर्माता भी है।
President said the education system should be such that students should inculcate loyalty to the constitutional values and fundamental duties of citizens, strengthen the feeling of love for the country. Mr. Kovind reminded that it is the duty of teachers to inculcate interest in studies in their students, and sensitive teachers can shape the future of students by their behavior, conduct and teaching.
शिक्षकों का कर्तव्य है कि वे अपने विद्यार्थियों में अध्ययन के प्रति रुचि जागृत करें। संवेदनशील शिक्षक अपने व्यवहार, आचरण व शिक्षण से विद्यार्थियों का भविष्य संवार सकते हैं। विद्यार्थियों को ऐसी शिक्षा प्रदान करनी है जो ज्ञान पर आधारित न्यायपूर्ण समाज के निर्माण में सहायक हो। हमारी शिक्षा व्यवस्था ऐसी होनी चाहिए जिससे विद्यार्थियों में संवैधानिक मूल्यों तथा नागरिकों के मूल कर्तव्यों के प्रति निष्ठा उत्पन्न हो, देश के प्रति प्रेम की भावना मजबूत बने तथा बदलते वैश्विक परिदृश्य में वे अपनी भूमिका के बारे में सचेत रहें।
President Ramnath Kovind also felicitated nation's best 44 teachers in the field of education virtually with the national awards. A documentary film on each of the awardee teachers was also shown. The award was to accord public recognition to meritorious teachers working in elementary and secondary schools. Expressing happiness after getting awards from the President, awardee teachers echoed sentiments of Mr. Kovind that they have great role in the nation building. We spoke to an elated Muhammad Ali from Ladakh.
मुझे इस नेशनल टीचर अवार्ड से नवाजा गया है, उसके लिए मैं धन्यवाद कहना चाहूंगा। जो हमारे टीचर हजरात हैं वो आगे कैसे और अच्छे काम करके एजुकेशन को और बेहतर करने की कोशिश करें, ताकि हम इंडिया में एजुकेशन सिस्टम को और अच्छा कर सकें और हमारे बच्चों को और आगे ले जा सकें।
Puducherry's Jayasundar V said as a teacher he keeps on changing teaching methods according to the changing circumstances.
I am very happy to receive this national award from our President of India for services to the community. Students come out of the classroom and do projects regarding the science topic which is present in the book. So, they will learn hands-on activities with simple experiments and also analysis with scientific way. By this, they can able to understand the scientific concept in a playful and joyful manner.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the teachers, students, parents and stakeholders associated with education on Tuesday. Prime Minister will launch 5 initiatives of the department: Indian Sign Language Dictionary of 10,000 words, talking books, the audio books for the visually impaired, school quality assessment and accreditation framework of CBSE, Nishtha teachers training program for Nipun Bharat, and Vidyanjali portal for facilitating education volunteers or donors or CSR contributors for school development.
The historic Karbi-Anglong Agreement was signed yesterday in New Delhi in the presence of Union Home Minister Amit Shah and Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himant Biswa Sarma. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Shah said, Karbi-Anglong Agreement will be written in golden words in the history of Karbi region and Assam. He said yesterday around 1,000 cadres of more than 5 organizations have joined the mainstream shunning arms.
ये दिन आसाम और कार्बी क्षेत्र के इतिहास में सुवर्णमयी अक्षरों के साथ निश्चित रूप से लिखा जाएगा, क्योंकि आज 5 से अधिक संगठनों के लगभग 1,000 कैडर ने हथियार डालकर मेन स्ट्रीम में आने की शुरुआत करी है और उनके पुनर्वसन के लिए असम सरकार और भारत सरकार पूर्णतया कटिबद्ध है। जो हथियार छोड़कर आता है उसके साथ आने वाले से भी ज्यादा विनम्रता से बातचीत कर जो वो मांगते हैं उससे भी ज्यादा देकर उनको विकास की मुख्य धारा में समाहित करना। जहां तक कार्बी आंगलोंग का सवाल है, असम सरकार 5 वर्ष में 1,000 करोड़ रुपया एक क्षेत्र के विकास के लिए खर्च करेगी।
The Home Minister said, it is the policy of the Narendra Modi government that it fulfills all the promises made in an agreement during the tenure itself. You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. India registers its best ever performance with 19 medals, including 5 gold and 8 silver in Tokyo Paralympics. Krishna Nagar wins gold and Suhas Yathiraj wins silver medal in badminton on closing day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lauds the victory of Krishna Nagar and Suhas Yathiraj. President Ramnath Kovind says education must inculcate constitutional values. Felicitates 44 teachers with the national awards virtually on Teachers' Day. Over 68 crore 46 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses administered in the country so far. National recovery rate stands at 97.42%. In Kerala, a 12-year-old boy dies of Nipah infection. Expert team from Centre for Disease Control to reach Kozhikode today. In Uttar Pradesh, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath starts statewide sanitation and cleanliness campaign to contain spread of communicable diseases. In Afghanistan, conflicting report emerge over fighting in Panjshir Valley. Iranian president says Iran is ready to hold talks with world powers to revive its 2015 nuclear accord. In cricket, India to resume second innings at 270 for 3 on day 4 against England in the 4th test at the Oval. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे।
आजादी के आंदोलन के खजाने में ऐसे ढेरों शब्द जिन्होंने बदल दिए इतिहास, तारीख बदलने वाले लफ्जों पर आकाशवाणी समाचार ला रहा है विशेष कार्यक्रम धरोहर हर सोमवार।
Welcome back. You're listening to the Midday News. Over 68 crore 46 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses have been administered in the country so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. In the last 24 hours, more than 71 lakh 61,000 vaccine doses were administered yesterday. Over 42,000 new COVID-19 cases were reported, while more than 38,000 people recovered in the last 24 hours. 308 people lost their lives during the period. Till now, more than 3 crore 21 lakh people have recovered from COVID-19. Union Health Ministry said the COVID recovery rate in the country now stands at 97.42%. The active caseload stands at over 4 lakh 10,000. Over 17 lakh 47,000 COVID tests were conducted yesterday. So far, 53 crore tests have been conducted in the country. In Madhya Pradesh, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, while reviewing the COVID situation and arrangements of COVID control, has expressed concern over a report of positive cases of corona in some districts. He said that this is a sign that we should become cautious. State reported slight increase in COVID positive cases. More from a Bhopal correspondent.
22 cases have come up in the state yesterday, while the positivity rate is 0.03%. Among the positive cases that have been reported in Jabalpur and Sagar, some patients are senior citizens. Contact tracing is also being done as per local authorities. Health Commissioner Akash Tripathi informed that first dose of vaccination has been completed for 72% of eligible citizens in the state. Madhya Pradesh is now the second leading state of the country after Gujarat. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has given instructions to speed up the vaccination in districts of Dhar, Bhind, Satna and Shiopur, where vaccination percentage is around 50%. Pooja Pivardhan, IR News, Bhopal.
In Kerala, a 12-year-old boy who was infected by Nipah virus died at a private hospital in Kozhikode this morning. State Health Minister Veena George today said the samples of the boy sent to the National Institute of Virology, Pune, have confirmed positive for the virus. The minister is currently holding a high-level meeting in Kozhikode. State Ministers A.K. Shashidharan and Mohammad Riaz are also participating in the meeting. An expert team from the Centre for Disease Control is expected to reach Kozhikode today. Reports said that people who had primary contacts with the boy have been identified and isolated. The Panchayat ward where the boy's house is situated and 4 neighbouring wards have been sealed off. The authorities have set up a Nipah ward at the Kozhikode Medical College Hospital and Nipah control room at the government guest house in the city. This is the third instance of reporting Nipah virus in the state. In Uttar Pradesh, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has started sanitation and cleanliness campaign in Gorakhpur today. This campaign has been started in the wake of spread of communicable diseases in rainy season and will be carried out across the state, in which fogging and swachhata will be aimed at. Noteworthy is several districts are in grip of communicable disease and fever in state. Speaking on the occasion, the Chief Minister said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has given us mantra of Swachhata. He said, "We all are healthy due to the efforts and work of sanitation workers, and these workers should be honoured and felicitated." He said, if one remains neat and clean, he will avoid several diseases and save money.
As the nation celebrates 75th year of independence, a series of events have been organized by the government as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. To commemorate the occasion as a Jan Utsav, All India Radio News brings its listeners a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history. The quiz has been conducted every Monday and Tuesday in the morning news and will continue till 15th of August 2022. Listeners can send their responses to the question over WhatsApp on 88265 46262 or through email on amritmahotsavquiz@gmail.com. One participant will be selected as a winner. Winner will be awarded an e-certificate and a token prize.
Azadi Ka Safar every day with All India Radio from Monday the 16th of August As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, News Services Division of All India Radio brings to you the story of glorious struggle and sacrifices of freedom fighters on 100.1 FM Gold channel in the English news bulletins at 8:30 a.m., 2 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. Stay tuned.
Let's listen now to a special program, Azadi Ka Safar.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News, Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest movements the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
Today is one of the most important days in Indian freedom struggle. On this day, 1920, the non-cooperation movement was agreed upon against the British rule to demand Swaraj. It was Gandhiji's first pan-India satyagraha, and the movement arose from the widespread outcry in India over the massacre at Jallianwala Bagh at Amritsar in April 1919, when the British-led troops killed several hundred Indians. That anger was also compounded by indignation at the British failure to take adequate action against those responsible, especially General Dyer, who had commanded the troops involved in the massacre. With non-violent methods to be deployed during the Satyagraha, Gandhiji led the movement from the front, during which Indians resigned their titles, boycotted government educational institutions, courts, government service, foreign goods and elections, and refused to pay taxes. The British were perhaps for the first time confronted with such a united Indian front and were visibly shaken. However, a number of violent outbreaks broke the momentum of the non-violent movement, and after an angry mob murdered police officers in Chauri Chaura in Uttar Pradesh state in February 1922, Gandhiji himself called off the movement.
Even though the non-cooperation movement could not achieve its goal of Swarajya, the movement was a massive encouragement to millions of Indians and marked the transition of Indian nationalism from a middle class to a mass basis. It colored the country with national zeal, as during this time many Indian schools and colleges were opened and Indian-made goods became highly popular. The great South Indian patriot and freedom fighter, the Tamil helmsman Kapalottiya Tamilian V.O. Chidambaram Pillai, or V.O.C., was born on this day in 1872 in Tirunelveli district of Tamil Nadu. Since his young days, he was influenced by Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and along with Subramanian Siva and Subramanya Bharti, he was the prominent spokesperson for the cause of Swadeshi in the Madras Presidency. A renowned advocate, he was one of the earliest to start the Dharma Sangha Nisabu Chillai for handloom industry and the Swadeshi stores for the sale of India-made things to the people. He played a lead role in many institutions like the National Godown, Madras Agro-Industrial Society Limited and the Desa Abhiman Sangam. The partition of Bengal in 1905 saw him taking a direct interest in the political struggle.
To challenge the domination of British in the shipping industry, he started the Swadeshi Steam Navigation Company on the 12th of November 1906. He purchased two steamships SS Galia and SS Lao for the company and commenced regular services between Tuticorin and Colombo. His efforts to widen the base of the Swadeshi movement brought him into increasing conflict with the British Raj, and on 12 March 1908 he was arrested on charges of sedition and his barrister's license was revoked. The court imposed a sentence of 2 life imprisonments. However, VOC stepped out of prison in late December 1912 after a High Court appeal reduced his prison sentence. He died in late 1936 with the passion for freedom still raging in his mind till the last moment. An erudite scholar in Tamil, a prolific writer, and a dauntless freedom fighter, his life is a story of resistance, strife, struggle, suffering and sacrifice for the national cause. That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow. In Afghanistan, news agency reports quoting sources have said that about 600 Taliban have been killed in Panjshir as fighting continued in the northeastern province. Afghan resistance forces said more than 1,000 Taliban have been captured or surrendered themselves. According to reports, Taliban has said fighting is continuing in Panjshir, but the advance has been slowed by landmines placed on the road to the capital, Bazarak. Panjshir is a stronghold of the National Resistance Front led by Ahmad Massoud, the son of late ex-Afghan commander Ahmad Shah Massoud and ex-Vice President Amrullah Saleh, who had declared himself caretaker president. Meanwhile, Pakistan ISI Chief Lieutenant General Faiz Hamid reached Kabul yesterday for a discussion on the new government in Afghanistan. The Taliban, on the other hand, postponed the announcement of the government formation for next week. Meanwhile, the Kabul airport has been opened. Qatari ambassador to Afghanistan told that the technical operations at the airport will resume for humanitarian aid to the country. According to analysts, it reflects the nefarious designs of Pakistan and its constant meddling in the internal affairs of Afghanistan. India is monitoring closely the situation in Afghanistan. Indian ambassador to Qatar, Deepak Mittal, had earlier met the Taliban political leaders in Qatar capital Doha on the 31st of August. In the meeting, New Delhi sought assurance from Taliban leaders that Afghan soil will not be used for any terrorist activity or terror funding. Dozens of women took to the streets of the Afghan capital Kabul yesterday to demand their right to work, a role in any future government and a seat at the table in discussions with the Taliban. Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi has said that Iran is ready to hold talks with world powers to revive its 215 nuclear accord, but not under Western pressure. He further said Tehran was seeking negotiations leading to a lifting of US sanctions. France and Germany have urged Iran to return to negotiations after a break in talks following Iranian elections in June. Paris is demanding an immediate restart amid Western concerns over Tehran's expanding atomic work.
In cricket, India will resume their second innings at the overnight score of 270 for 3 on day 4 against England in the fourth test at the Oval today. Skipper Virat Kohli on 22 and Ravindra Jadeja on 9 were at the crease when the stumps were drawn early yesterday as the play was stopped due to bad light. India lead by 171 runs. Rohit Sharma scored impressive 127 runs while Cheteshwar Pujara made 61 and KL Rahul 46. England posted a total of 290 in their first innings and took a 99 runs lead against India.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. India registers its best ever performance with 19 medals, including 5 gold and 8 silver in Tokyo Paralympics. Krishna Nagar wins gold and Suhash Yathiraj silver medal in badminton on closing day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lauds victory of Krishna Nagar and Suhash Yathiraj. President Ramnath Kovind says education must inculcate constitutional values, felicitates 44 teachers with the national awards virtually on Teachers' Day. Over 68 crore 46 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses administered in the country so far. National recovery rate stands at 97.42%. In Kerala, 12-year-old boy dies of Nipah infection. Expert team from Centre for Disease Control to reach Kozhikode today. In Uttar Pradesh, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath starts statewide sanitation and cleanliness campaign to contain spread of communicable diseases. In Afghanistan, conflicting report emerge over fighting in Panjshir Valley. Iranian president says Iran is ready to hold talks with world powers to revive its 215 nuclear accord. And in cricket, India to resume second innings at 270 for 3 on day 4 against England in the fourth test at the Oval. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the Midday News.